This is the GameSir T7, which is a budget wired Xbox controller, but it obviously works with PC and Steam and all that good stuff as well. So this is actually from GameSir, and let's check this one out. I mean, this is the transparent blue. I'm all for transparent stuff, so, you know, thank you, GameSir. Like, thanks for sending over the right one. So straight away, oh, look at that. Really nice rubber, not like horrible sticky rubber either. Nice rubber cable, which is a USB-A to USB-C. So already, as a budget wired controller, I'm impressed because I love it when controllers have detachable cables. I hate it when they're like attached because, you know, it's going to break at some point and then the whole controller's a duff, right? Whereas when it's detachable, if you get a cable break, just chuck that in the bin and use a different cable. Because this is an officially licensed Xbox controller, you get 1 month's worth of Game Pass included with the controller if you're a new subscriber. So let's see the controller. Oh yeah, look at this. I love that they've put these protection things around the joysticks to protect them in transit and stuff, but that is impressive. That looks really, really nice. I'm loving that sort of deep blue with the transparent front plate. Now it does come in different colors. You can get transparent red, you can get this blue one, you can get like a cool sort of like whitey colored one as well. And again, for that kind of budget price point, this is coming in at around $30 to $35. And in the UK, it's about 27, 28 pounds, something like that. That's at full price. And I think for that kind of budget and already having different colorways at the same price point, I like that. What I like even more though is the features that this has for such a good price point. So it's 2024 and yes, the Dreamcast lives on with Hall effect sensing joysticks. So this has them. This has Hall effect sensing joysticks. They've got anti-friction rings around the actual gates just there. And oh my days, that is so buttery smooth. I can't help but say it. I have to say it. It is buttery smooth. I don't know how they've done it. I think it's a combination with the actual joystick module itself, the fact that it's got the anti-friction ring and the kind of plastic they've used on the joystick itself, because there's no metal anti-friction ring, which is normally one of the big things that I say on all controllers if they don't have them, is it could have been better, it could have had smoother joysticks if they use those anti-friction rings like the metal ones. This doesn't need it. These are so utterly smooth. Possibly one of the smoothest I've felt on a controller to date, and I think the king of smooth joysticks goes to the GulaKit KK3 Pro, but this might top it. These will not drift. They are also more accurate and they have lower dead zones. We've also got a 3.5mm headphone jack so that you can, you know, stick that in just there. You've got actual membrane buttons which feel really nice and they are transparent, or at least the A and the B are. It might be hard to come across on camera, but the X and Y are actually solid black, but the A and the B are transparent, like a purpley deep blue. I like that. Nice little touch. Very, very cool. On the back, we've got plastic textured grips just there. So that's actually like molded into the back shell. We don't have any back paddles or anything, but loads of people don't like them anyway. So I'm sure plenty of people will be quite happy that this is just a bog standard controller. It just does what it needs to do, right? We've then got our shoulder buttons, which again, they've got this really grippy plastic texture on the top. So that is a real harsh grip, like etched into the top, which feels really good under your fingers. Like if you get sweaty fingers, that you're going to be able to grip that. I'm trying to pull my finger like away like this, and if I push down and do it like that, it's got some serious grip. And the same can be said for the triggers as well. So these are actually, oh, they're following like the same angle, I believe. The grip just here is a nice touch, and it definitely works. Now, one of my favorite things about this is not the fact that it's got Hall effect triggers, it's the fact that it's got rumble in the triggers. Yes, it's actually got rumble in the triggers and down in the horns just here. So you've got 4 rumble motors, and I just love it when you get rumble in the triggers, because in a shooting game and stuff, you really feel it. And then just going over the rest of the buttons, we've got our mute button for the headphone jack just there. We've got our share button, we've got our start and select, whatever they call them these days. We've got our Xbox button as well. And that's literally it. You don't need anything else. And this thing feels lovely. I really like this kind of matte plastic on the front there. It's not like a horrible gloss. You can see it's not a fingerprint magnet. You can see the way the light is diffused off it because it's like a nice mattified plastic. Same with the back, really nice feeling. No rattle whatsoever at all from the sticks or the triggers or the buttons or anything like that. This is a solid controller for a budget controller. I'm always impressed by GameSir. I really am, because when we first started testing their stuff, like when they first started sending stuff over to us, I was a bit like, meh. Do you know what I mean? We looked at some budget stuff and I was just anticipating it being not very good. That was my assumption, and that was the wrong assumption. Everything I've seen from GameSir has just been really good. Like, I don't think there's a single product that we've looked at that's been bad. And that's quite a statement, because there's plenty of companies that send us stuff and I'm like, we're not going to cover that because it's rubbish. Sorry. Now, obviously, this is just an Xbox layout, so it means the comfort and everything is really nice. It feels really good in the hands. Obviously, no back paddles or anything to get in the way, so if you don't like them, then that's cool. You've got some really nice designs on offer. The D-pad feels nice. It's a little bit stiff. It is protruding quite nicely, and yeah, it rolls well. It's not clicky at all, but it's not overly mushy. It's more on the slightly like stiffer side. All the buttons feel nice as well. The membrane buttons on the face buttons just here protrude nicely. I like this feature that I said where these two are like sort of transparent, but the other two are black. It's kind of cool, you know, and they feel very nice under your fingers. They're just membrane again. L3 and R3 are consistent. The triggers are consistent. The bumpers, sorry, are consistent. The triggers are consistent. Again, they're Hall effect, analog as well. Really, really cool. Right, now we are in the GameSir Nexus app just here, which does work with the T7. I love this app. It shows you what controller you've actually got connected. So it straight away says T7 just there. We've got vibrates. So it actually vibrates just there. Really nice rumble, by the way. Like nice, low, big, swoopy rumble. Again, GameSir get this right a lot of the time. Like it a lot. It's not tinny and horrible. It's a nice, deep, heavy rumble. Love it. You've got an updates tab. Mine's up to date just there, so that's fine. Then you can go into profiles, and this is where you can then customize stuff, right? So I've just chosen one just here. You can go to mapping and literally just change anything. You can click on it. It is specific. So they do give you like options. You can't change it to like whatever you want. Like there is only certain things. That's a little bit of a negative. So you can't like rebind it to like, I don't know, like a keyboard press or something. It is just stuff from the controller, but I still like the fact that you can remap it. If we go over to the sticks, you can see the sticks just here as well. I don't think I can move. No, I can't. But you can see that they are actually circular, so that you don't have any of that kind of like raw square gates going on. These do have like a circular dead zone on the outside. You can change the dead zones as well. And oh, that you can enable raw. There we go. So now we are going past the circular. Look on the right side just here. Right, and then look on the left side. So you can enable raw to go past that sort of outer circular dead zone to how the stick actually inputs. We can go over to triggers and you can see they're analog just there, or you can change it to hair trigger mode where it's just going to go to like a digital switch, so straight away to 100% just there, which is cool. I forgot that I don't have to press the screen. I can just do it like this. So you can have it, you know, like an analog trigger, which you would want for racing games and stuff, but maybe for a shooter, you want your shoot button to be a digital input. You can do that. You can change the ranges for them as well. Very cool. Vibration as well. You can do all this kind of stuff. It's a bit harder to see on my Ally X just here because it's got a smaller screen, and because of the zoom, you can't really see all of the features. So this will be better on the Xbox, or if you've got this hooked up to like a big PC, right? But there is a load of stuff you can change in this app, and you can set it all to different profiles as well. I love that. Or you can just use the default one. Very, very easy and convenient. And considering that this controller is like $35 to $30, about 28 quid, and you get an app, Hall effect sticks, Hall effect analog triggers with rumble motors in the triggers. You've got a microphone jack, you've got really nice face buttons and a decent D-pad. Like the list goes on, right? This is really good. If you're looking for a backup controller for like, I don't know, even a kid or something, or just a spare controller, or even your main controller, can I actually recommend a budget controller as your main controller now? If you're looking for a wired one, this is it. Budget controllers used to be rubbish, and they were the kind of thing you would give to your friend because you didn't like them. Because you had the good controller, right? You spent all your money on yours, you needed a rubbish one to give to somebody else. That's what these used to be. Now, this could actually replace your main controller. The specs of these things are ridiculous, the price is ridiculous. What more do you want? Let me know your thoughts about the T7 down in the comments. Whilst you're down there, like this video, subscribe, become a member, and you can talk to me and AJ over on our private Discord. And talking of AJ, check out our podcast over here where we talk about all things gaming. Check out another video from me down here. Bye.